Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Okay, there is one missing. Where is the number 4? I only see 3 of them. Where's number 4? Hello? Okay.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
Okay. Oh, there's the 4th one. Okay, I didn't see it. He was sleeping there, like, by his hand. Okay.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Okay, Gundam, stop lying.
Is that your argument?
Yeah, is that your argument, really?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Yeah.
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
Oh my god. Dude, nobody is going to believe in you with your silly things at this point. And why are you sweating?
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
So why didn't you say it early instead of saying that the soundproof doesn't matter? I don't believe you.
I see. You're still holding out.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
It is. But
Hold on a
still,
sec.
we need to know how he did it, so...
You know, Hajime,
What?
this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Opening act of what?
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce.
Oh?
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Wait a moment.
Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
There we go. I sneezed.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah, he got a book with all the info about Hope Speak Academy, so he became all sassy because of that.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder.
Yeah, it did.
What actually happened? Did you discover something?
He did.
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah! You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
He doesn't have one, does he? No, he doesn't.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
She believes in him so
Simply
much.
at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption.
It's not an assumption, it's the truth.
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
He did the death room
As I recall, the
because he knew how the building worked. So
which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the grape house side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at grape house. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at grape house.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
It's not.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
You saw Nagi. Oh my god, okay.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
Well, technically, I can. Because the death room. You can move around if you have done the death room. Even though it's a bit surprising that you did it. But I don't know. Maybe you're crazy. I don't know. That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Okay. Alright. Alright. Hey, Jasmine! Welcome on in! Hope you've been doing good. Oh my god. Okay,
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
it was
As long
not.
as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
No. Hope you enjoying. Hope you enjoyed I grabbed Paradise Killer for cheap recently. That's why Danganronpa. Oh, I need to check that.
Broken at Grape House.
Alright.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No, there wasn't a
there was a
conflict.
secret passageway.
Yeah, there's a secret passageway.
To lecture me. Why don't we stop this already?
Okay. I'm going to find out what it is for the sake of it. I'll shoot through the contradiction. I don't have anything.
Was the only means of travel between the two houses.
Alright.
As long as that elevator was broken,
I think I need to grab a thing.
assumption collapses.
Because I don't have anything.
Elevator was broken at Grape House.
Yes.
If the
Okay.
killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry
How do I do it again? It's like
House at that
this.
time,
Okay.
there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
Right.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No, there's no accomplice.
There was a secret passageway.
Right.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Because that is a secret passageway.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two.
No, that's wrong.
Yes, I'm right. Okay. Alright. Yay.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Yeah, there was because we saw Nagito move.
Such a method does not exist.
Yes, it does.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito? Oh my god, alright. Where's Nagito? I like how we always... Everything is Nagito's fault. Everything.
Nagito, you should know.
Yeah, he did the death room, so there we go.
What are you talking about?
Stop being sassy and answer the question, please.
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Yes. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House.
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Yes.
Jeez. Once again, we're like the reserve corps show up.
What the hell is wrong with you?
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon. which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Yeah, we already did this, but okay.
Once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
Which means Gundam cleared the final dead room. So that's really bold of him to do it because, you know, you need to use the Russian roulette thingy.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Yes.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Oh my god. Now he's trying to come with things.
What if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
He was not.
There's no way they didn't know.
Yeah.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
No, because for them to know how the funhouse worked, it needed to go to the octagon. It needed to have beaten the final dead room. So, duh.
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say?
Oh my god, look at him. He's becoming Super Saiyan.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Alright. I don't even know what the bullet is, but I don't know. Why a goodnight button, triple pillar fragments, radio clock. I don't know anything. I don't see anything.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Oh my god.
Use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say.
What the frick is wrong with you?
Illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't even do this.
I can't back down!
He is weird.
The secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the octagon.
Yes.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I don't even know. I don't know.
Reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I don't know. Okay.
Limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I'm trying to think. I don't have anything. I'm confused. The key which dwells in the light will break through the darkness. I don't get this clue. It's not the pillar fragments. It's not the clock alarm timer.
Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
The key which dwells in the light that will break through the darkness? Oh my god, I am confused. The key which dwells in the light that will break through the darkness. Hey Neo, hope you've been doing good. Welcome on in. Well, it's not the doorknob. It's not the clocks. Is it the clocks? I am so confused.
Reasoning. You say the
Oh, the wire.
Don't bark, you cur!
The wire. The wire. The wire. The wire.
Drown in the maelstrom.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Because otherwise, how will we get the wire? Oh my god, I had like an epiphany.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
Yeah, the wire. Oh my god, that
Like
was...
the weapon and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Yeah.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Yeah. Oh god, he caught.
This is the end.
This is the end.
Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
No, you're not.
Hey, what are you...
I want to do the comic thing.
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
There we go. The two towers were exactly the same. Saruman has something to say about that.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Alright, sassy Nagito.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Oh. Oh.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Oh no. Gundam is offended.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Oh boy, he said he had a fierce battle. Oh.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all!
What?
You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
Listen, I don't think you'd be able to defeat Nekomaru in strength. He was a freaking robot, dude.
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
He's just offended that Nagito thinks he just pressed the good night sleep button, and you know he didn't face his foe honorably. So yeah.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
Oh my, he really wants to go to hell.
I cannot finish!
Oh my god, he is going, yeah, he's going Super Saiyan right now.
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
On this school rhythm game. I don't know.
You still have more? You still have room to argue?
Yeah.
Words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button.
Which you probably did.
However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
This is true. This is true.
Not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
This is true.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
But he's not just a single person, is he? He has freaking hamsters that know how to press buttons because we saw that.
Just as I thought. Truly frail.
He has trained hamsters. The 4 Dark Davis of destruction.
Illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
Yeah, I get the clue.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied.
We need to play this awesome rhythm game.
Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat.
Yeah, okay.
First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
Alright.
You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Okay, Gundam. I will do it. I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Okay, I hope I won't be bad at this. Okay, I need to know controls. Give me the controls. Lock on attack, select final strike. Final strike, reload, final strike. Alright. Right.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crush!
How do I do the thing? How do I do FIFA time?
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! It's Nekomaru's back.
The 4 Dark
I can get behind him so easily.
Davis.
This is the end!
There we go.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck.
Yeah.
As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
The power of the hamsters prevails. Yeah.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yeah. The same way as he did with the elevator before.
Of course it'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Yeah, we did. We did before. Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandee. And then he opened. Click. Ah, it pressed a button? Truly, this is the Skyline Lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Wahahaha! Soon the door of destiny shall open! The power of the hamster sounds like a particularly rubbish parody of a Huey Lewis song. There we go.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yeah, he did as well. That is true. They are really well trained, so...
With your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible
Yeah.
to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
Yeah.
How about it, Gundam?
Yeah, you didn't thought that much. Yeah. I doubt you fought Nekomaru, but okay. What is it?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are.
Yeah, we did.
I have no recourse but to admit it.
Okay.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Oh my god, you broke Sonia's heart with this!
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Oh my god. He's just like, I'm going to hell.
Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance.
Alright.
Can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
Come on, Gundam, please.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Dude, please. Oh. Alright, let's do the comic. This is the part that I like the most, really. Okay, this is the clocks. So, he changed the clocks, he messed with the elevator, and... I don't see anything here for that. What is this one? Who set the lounge clock alarm? Okay, no. Here is... Who was in the lounge this early this morning? Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko can't sleep, so he was there. There we go. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? We don't see that. And then we see Nekomaru going. Look at him. All just like going and wow, this is so evil. This is absolutely. Oh, look at the hamsters! How evil they are! Oh my god. Nekomaru's weaknesses is the button, but that's not it. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. And the doorknob. There we go. The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? Okay, this is not the one. What is... Okay. They did what in... What? They did what to the alarm of Nekomaru's chest? Alright. What was the fake weapon left at the tower? It was the hammer, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the hammer. Alright, I really don't want to mess this up, so back with the beginning we go. Nekomaru's weakness. Okay. Where's the hamster? There's the hamster going behind. Look how evil it is. And going behind. Wrapping the chain around the doorknob. Yeah, destroy that. Destroy the strawberry hall door. Great. And yeah. Okay. This is the alarm set was 5:30 a.m. It's 5 a.m. right now. What time did... Okay, so this... Alright, right. Peas is difficult to find. Peas are found in the canned food, canned good aisle. Okay. So this is the thing. This is the thing. There we go. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Right. Who gather at the lounge. There we go. Hey, Colleen. Welcome on in. Nekomaru was like that, and then, yeah, because this fell off. Kiss the pillar, damn it. Akari also heard something from her room. Who heard the rumbling noise? Okay, we did it as well, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
Here's everything.
There we go. Hello, welcome in, Richie. Welcome in.
The many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Yeah.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator.
Yes.
This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
It's okay, don't worry, Colleen. You're just in time for the final act. We are just wrapping up case 4. I'm doing good, surviving the heat. I'm doing good. Welcome on in.
Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m.
Yes.
After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room.
Which is impressive for him to have completed the final dead room. I'm sorry, it is.
This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
I like that image. Yeah, look at me with my hammer and my chain. Yeah. This is just like, yeah, I'm so clever.
That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
Yeah.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason.
Yeah, Monokuma's Tai Chi.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru.
At least I arrived in time for the kills, chills, thrills. Yes, you did.
According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time.
Yeah, I did.
In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
It's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower.
Yeah.
But the killer was waiting for him there.
With their evil hamsters.
With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall.
Yeah.
They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru.
Yep.
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage.
But Fuyuhiko was there, so he couldn't.
So they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge.
Fuyuhiko, the true hero of this case.
As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out.
Yeah.
The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, That was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up.
Yeah. Then he went a bit
Still
unpanicky.
hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died.
Yeah.
The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room.
Yep.
They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Fuyuhiko, the true hero of this case. That's a bit too sassy.
Is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
That's a bit of a sassy image.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
Yeah, you hurt Yakani at this point.
Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
Yeah, Sonia and Akane are the two most affected by this now. Akane because she was so close to Nekomaru, and Sonia because she's so close to Gundam. So, yeah.
You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that!
See?
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka!
Oh my god.
My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
He's all happy about this. I cannot believe it's not butter. Oh boy. This is... yeah. B for bad. Ah, whatever.
This result isn't all that exciting.
What did you want?
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Well, we all know who people are going to vote. Probably Sonia won't, because she doesn't believe it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka!
Nice!
Yay, I said it all without biting my tongue.
Welcome on in, Son of Beach. Hope you've been doing good. Oh boy, I walked into a literal execution. Yeah, you did. Now that we decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam. Jeez. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
My tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. correct. You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him? That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final death room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Which it probably didn't, but okay. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. Hey Jeff, how's it going? It's okay. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help. Why would he do that, dude? But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you.
He was serious too. He gave his all to try to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it.
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
Yes, this is hell! I love it! What the hell is wrong with you two?
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid!
It's so evil, isn't it?
In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
Well, at this point, he doesn't have blood, it's oil, but okay.
That is...
Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Oh, so that was the reason why he killed Nekomaru, pretty much. Because for him, giving up would be the same thing as accepting death at that point and not fighting. So he was doing it in a way, to save everyone, I guess, in a way. I don't know. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? Because if there was no killing, they would all die. They would all starve to death. So, yeah. Gundam needs to verb off and then verb off some more and state verb off. Absolute state of them. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, with his logic, I don't know if he is like the one in the right or in the wrong at this point. I'd rather have that to happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
You flinch.
Giving up on life? That's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, zoology, I think I'm saying it properly. In zoology, cannibalism is commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen,
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what you call giving up on life itself?
I shall indulge.
If a world will consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. I get it. I do get it. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce.
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what he did? But it sounds like Omaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall.
But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here? Yeah, in a way. He's okay with what he did, and he's okay with have been discovered, because in the end he did what he thought he was right at that point, instead of like everyone accepting death. So he just tried to do something about it, and I guess Nekomaru as well was on the same page about the situation, so it could have gone either way. It could have been gone or Nekomaru. So they, in a way, were trying to just change a bit the status quo to just not just accept what Monokuma want them to do, in a way. How should I put? Because everyone was just like, yeah, it's better to starve than to kill each other. But they were not okay with that choice, so... Yeah, it's a weird... It's hard to answer what is right and what is wrong in this situation, isn't it? So... Is it right to kill? No, but... Is it right as well to just not doing anything and just accept death? Yeah, it's a bit like... It's a weird... It's a hard answer right here.
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime.
You...
Hey, what about the final dad room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but... compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was a mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? That's what it feels like. It feels like he wanted to be found out. He could have done multiple things, really. And he didn't. He wanted to be found out. He did. So I guess in a way, he just sacrificed himself. I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question. Just who you think I am. I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Like dust.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it like that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yay, got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breather, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait.
Please wait, this is just too much. Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Oh my god, she really doesn't want Gundam to die.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you.
Oh my god, look at her go.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction?
Oh, look at them. They're just all worried about it.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
Oh my god.
However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor.
Yeah.
I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
Oh boy.
That is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end!
I still think you're not that evil, dude.
Sesame Pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Okay, he thinks he's going to hell again. He really wants to go to hell for some reason.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Well, let's do this then. Gundam Tanaka Stampede. Oh my god. Oh, not the hamsters! Save the hamsters! Oh, you left the hamsters behind. It's a Game Gear. What the hell is he doing? He's doing a circle. Well, he keeps saying he's a warlock, doesn't he? Okay. What? What? What the hell? And he died in a way because he's an idiot. Oh no! Look at him. It's okay. I'm going to hell. Oh no! Oh no! The animals will come for him! This doesn't look like hell. This looks like he's going to heaven. I think he's a bit annoyed that he's going to heaven, isn't he? I don't think he was okay with going to heaven. Yeah, he went to heaven. He didn't went to hell. He wanted so much to go to hell that he went to heaven. Oh my god. Gundam. No, no. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still linger deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then, what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You all full of shit, every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You are right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam would most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. Oh, she's crying. Look at her. Look at her sprite. She's like, oh my god. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey! So, how long are you guys going to stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you going to keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec. That mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
She'll be fine. Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? Oh, she's crying as well. Look at her. Look at her sprite.
Huh.
She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then, let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then, let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial, but at that moment we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. I am the true hero of this game.
Monokuma!
Alright, Monokuma's arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary.
I see. So you can tell.
Perhaps you find out who the traitor is.
You know me well.
Wow.
Is that what I like to say? But unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet.
I see. So even if you don't know, looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why do you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room.
Oh yeah? What about it?
There was information about 16 people in the file I received, but isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even...
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope Speak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope Speak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey,
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information?
What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is.
What's wrong with that?
You're getting all right.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Bonamy after losing your magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me.
Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff.
That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yup.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too.
Well, I knew you would say that.
Besides, I wouldn't just be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on.
Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepbladders such as myself and despair exist.
You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Wow.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope.
The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
Huh?
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey,
Well, answer my question.
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting?
Oh boy, that was a long one. Maybe so, numpty. 11 days. No, 11 hours. 5 days. 5 days, 11 hours, and 13 minutes. Oh boy. The ultimate robot's remote clockwork? Danganronpa. And then there were 7. Oh, we are getting closer and closer to end this. Oh my god. You obtained a present, the Hellhorn earring. Oh no, this was the thing that he tried to find on the first case. Oh well. And hey, I think this is a really good time to stop here for today. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream today.